Hi, today I'm here once again to talk about my treasure box subscription plan. Last week I talked about the butterfly edition, the butterfly themed items that might be included in these treasure boxes. This week I'm here to talk about the bird items that might be included in it. Of course, I'll talk to you more about what exactly a treasure box is, and what will be included in it, and what you might get, and so forth. I'm going to talk about what inspired the collection and why I think it has meaning and makes gifts for yourself or for others that will be meaningful and something unique that will inspire them, and something nice to have that they'll desire, not something they're just going to chuck away in a drawer and leave there forever or something. And then I'll show you some of the actual items that might be included. So if you don't know who I am, first of all, my name is Jan Hibbard, and I've been making handmade leather goods since 1977. My treasure box subscription is something new this year that I am trying. So the first box actually comes out in May. So you have basically to the end of April 28th really to sign up to get that box. The boxes are going to be sent out the first week in May. I'm hoping to, ship out the whole, group at one time. So if you join in the middle of the month, like if you join in the middle of May, you won't get a box till the beginning of June. It is a monthly subscription, which is $45 a month. You can join for 1 month if you want. You can, selectively pick, I'm going to, join these months. It is going to alternate between bird and butterfly items. So, if you really just want the bird items or you only want the butterfly items, then you could, you could alternate back and forth and just buy certain boxes, because it will alternate back and forth like that. You can, if you subscribe for a year, though, you will get an extra box. You'll get one free box at the end of the year. So you get 13 boxes for the price of the 12. So that's how that will work. They'll be beautifully gift wrapped. Again, these are all things I've talked about in other videos, so I didn't really have any of that here. Beautiful little gift box that they'll come in. They'll have a little insert card that will give you some of the information about the bird or butterfly, the species itself, some interesting facts about it, why I think it's inspiring, and what meaning it has. Like cardinals, for example, is something that has a lot of meaning. So that's what I will talk about, and so forth, and what these cards will say that will come as an insert in each package, and so forth. It will be beautifully gift wrapped, little bows and tissue paper and things like that, and it will be delivered to your mailbox once a month. It's not a digital product. It is a physical product that will be delivered to your mailbox once a month. And again, there is a link in right below this video. If you want to join, you can click that link and find out more information about it. We'll give you all the details and so forth, so that, I'm a visual person. I like to read. So if you want to read the details and learn more about it, you can follow that link and so forth. And if you want to sign up, then you can do so. If you don't, I will tell you the first box is going to be a bird related theme, because my mother inspired many of my collections, including birds, which were some of the first things I ever started carving on leather and so forth. The whole month of February, I talked about how I transitioned from book covers and things to some of these newer items. And I had started with the butterflies because I bought a machine that I could cut the butterfly shapes, and that is something I had wanted to do for years. But then again, I had lost my need to carve beautiful bird pictures and things like that, because people weren't really buying that book covers and things like that anymore. So I kind of lost my way for a little bit, but then I did discover some of these other things that I could make. So that's helped rekindle my passion and my desire to paint, which is I love, but I also truly love the carving. So why birds? Well, first of all, birds are something, again, my mother was a bird watcher. So from the time I was a child, birds have always been something important. She sat every day watching birds. I have the bird book, which is other things I've talked about that inspired me. Everything that I do is based on real birds. And most of them are birds that I have seen right here around my house or in my own yard and so forth. So they are inspiring to me because, again, I am surrounded by nature. So I think that's kind of cool. And that's what inspires me. So cardinals, of course, are one of the things that are very important to people. So some things that might be included in your gift box is there's a cardinal chime. There's a beautiful actual sleigh bell in it. So it makes a beautiful noise. But cardinals, again, a lot of times, just like certain butterflies, remind people of somebody they have lost. So the cardinal is important for that reason, brings back memories. Again, it connects me to my mother because she loved the cardinals and we would see those in our backyard and things like that. But, and you know, people often say when they see it, it's that person coming to visit and so forth. So cardinals have a significant meaning to many people. Bluebirds bring joy. They're such beautiful little creatures and stuff. I did get an awesome picture last year of like 10 of them sitting out on this little tree in my backyard together, this bush, which was kind of cool. I don't usually see that many together, so that was kind of cool. So birds, you know, bluebirds make people feel happy. Hummingbirds are the most amazing little things. They have little wings, and I had a beautiful bird feeder. And again, because outside my house, we had the lazy hummingbird because it always sat. I had this beautiful fluted. They did look like the flowers, hummingbird feeder and so forth. But this one would always sit on the edge, whereas most hummingbirds will hover in the air. This was my lazy one. He would sit on the edge and came back year after year after year, comes back and so forth. So this is now a ornament. I have these in a larger size like this. And of course, this is the loon now. Now, loons are the most important thing to me. Loons bring me to my happy place. I can be the most foul mood, which is usually something to do with the computer, like I'm trying to do a live stream, and I think I've recorded it. And when I get to the end, it didn't record anything, which has happened to me a few times where there was no volume. I recorded a 30-minute video without sound, you know, things like that, where I'm doing a demonstration. So it's hard to go back because now that I demonstrated and made the piece, I can't go back and make the piece again because it's already finished, things like that. So it screwed me up a few times. But if I hear the sound of a loon, it just brings me to my happy place. They are the most incredible sounds that they make. And I do usually have a little toy that makes noise. The batteries have died in it, so I don't have my loon sound anymore. They are a totally aquatic bird. They cannot live on land. They cannot walk on land. So I don't have them in my yard or anything, but I did used to have them on the Lake Winnipesaukee, where I spent my summers, where I fell in love with them. And at the little pond we lived in Hopkinton or Kentucky, we had some as well. At times they'd come to fish because it was awesome fishing. So those are the loons. But I do hear them go over sometimes calling for their mate. So that always makes me happy. I have things like now the feathers like those. I also have little tiny feathers. So these are blue jay. And again, so this is shaped like the actual blue jay's feather. So you notice it's a little bit different shape than the loon's feather. Different birds have different shaped feathers. And again, really the feathers on a loon that have the little spots are little tiny feathers. So again, it's the shape of a feather on that bird. But this is what their tail feathers look like, which do have the beautiful colors. And of course, a blue jay sitting in the tree. So those are earrings. What's nice about these, they're not for everybody because they're a little bit longer, but they're so lightweight. Leather is extremely lightweight, so the earrings and things like that. So earrings are going to be something that might be included in the game. So you might have bird-themed earrings, something like that. You might have the feather earrings, which of course that is a loon again. You might have, they come in different sizes. You might have a smaller pair. You might have a necklace and earring set, which again, I have a necklace here. Necklace and earring set, something like that might come in the gift box. So tail twisted up it. So see, that's a bluebird. I dropped something on. You might have hair clips. So that's a feather hair clip. This is a 4-inch clip. I have the clips in different sizes. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 being the largest. Again, the lighting is not too good. This is a stick, hair stick. So that stick style that was very popular back in the 70s. I have things like key rings with birds. Get them so they show. Chickadee. That's chickadee. Again, my lighting is not cooperating with me here. I thought I had it set when I started, so it would be good. And now, I don't know if that shows any better. I have things like decor pieces like this, which You got smaller versions of things like that that are based on birds. Owls have been very popular. So see, that's very 3D. And if I don't know if you can see, the bird is in the tree there. This one is flying. There's actually a little mouse here. He's going after. So you have key rings, you have decor, you have ornaments, you have feather earrings, barrettes, necklaces, you have chimes, you have, I didn't show you this, pendants. Beautiful pendant. Now see, now the lighting on that one's showing up pretty good. The pendant. There's the chickadee, the blue jay, and the cardinal. And so forth on an adjustable cord, like all my necklaces are on adjustable leather cords. So those are all some of the things that could be in there. And of course, a lot of them, like I said, birds you see around here, eagles are important because they represent strength, the ability to see into the future, important to many cultures here in the United States, some of the original cultures that inhabited this continent. Eagles are very important too, of course. Owls are another one, signify wisdom, ability to see into the future, things like that. So owls are significant to other people, to many people. Loons, like I said, have personal meanings to me. So a lot of these things I think people can relate to, either experiences they've had. Blue heron is another one that's really, those are really cool. And we used to have those land on our pond. And the sound they make when they take, it's so prehistoric. And they are huge. And just a whoosh, whoosh of their wings, it really was cool. So that was one of the most cool things. My daughter sees eagles all the time when she goes camping, right not far from here. She sees eagles in a camping spot she goes to. She of course also saw a bear there, which she wasn't too thrilled about. He was on the other side of the river, so that was good because they were camping right very close to that. But in any event, so the wildlife and the birds and stuff, I think, inspire a lot of people. They help to bring nature into everyday moments. They help to inspire you when, you're feeling down. The beautiful colors. That's why they attract me, is because of the colors. Just like the butterflies, so many different colors and shapes, and they're just incredible. The things they do and stuff, they are really incredible. Some of the videos I've watched of birds and their mating, they are really quite funny and very unique and so forth. So, they are a lot of fun. So that's part of what the collection will be. So birds and butterflies. The collection, again, is monthly subscription, comes out once a month. You can sign up. I am going to cap the membership. We'll see how it goes, and so forth. But you sign up and $45 and you get the box for the month and gift wrapped. And inside you'll get a surprise gift. You won't know what it is until it arrives. But it will be, again, 1 month it will be a butterfly theme. The next month it will be a bird theme, and it will alternate back and forth. And it will be shipped out the first week of every month. So that's going to wrap it up for now. Next week, I'll be doing a Q&A if you're interested there. That's going to wrap it up for now. Thank you. Bye.